Hey, shalom, shalom. How you want to wab la atham, which is good day unto you all. Knocking out waha a bar, inshallah, walakin la atham. Call shabawai ba rakha wa kak shaw yahweh ba hasham yahweh shah ma'amath, which is certainly, hey, we the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh ba hasham, Yahweh shah, to preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and his life foreigners, the Chamatham, Kaya, Ha, Malakwat, Hashemayim, Kwa, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Laim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Racha Kodash, Wamashana Kabadim to claim that Wamal Akim Shor, Yeshalas claim Chagadawa, Wa Chashad, Wa Shalamam, Wa Barakim, La Bachayim Shoha, Goya Shah Shalom. So all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means he exists Bahasham, and the name Yahweh Shah he delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. All right, this is another edition of Hadabar Shah Hayawam, which is the word of the day. All right, and it is Irab, all right, which stands for Arabia, raven, or evening. All right, and the letters, all right, that goes into it is I, Ra, and Ba, which the corresponding words would be Ayan, Ra'ash, Bayath. All right, Ayan, Kaya, which is because the eyes will be closed, which is darkness. All right, so then you got the Ra, which is Ra'ash, all right, which is the head or the highest. Then you got Ba, which is Bayath, which is the home, body, or a place of any kind, which it has a manifold, variations, you see. But nevertheless, getting into the word raven. All right, raven, it says darkness superior on the body. So darkness from the eyes being closed, superior because the head is the highest. All right, and then the body, all right, which would be the house. All right, so darkness superior on the body. So I'm gonna get a quick precept. This is Song of Solomon, chapter 5. We'll get verse 11, and it says, his head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. All right, and this is going into another similitude, but this can also be likened to the similitude of a raven. A raven is black all over the body. Going back into this right here, you see a darkness superior on the body. You see, because a raven is dark everywhere. And just to prove that point, let's go into this right here. That word for black, it says shachar. It says jetty, dusky. So when you say something is jetty, it's like, all right, it's jet black. Jet black. It's like super black. If you look at a raven, from the beak to the tail, or the beak. It's like the beak to the nose, the toenails. It's a lot from the beak to the toenails. All right, it's all the way black, even the eyes. So, I'm gonna get this evening. All right, so raven, evening. All right, which again the word is Irab. All right, evening, because when you close your eyes it's dark, you see, but then your head is the beginning of the body. All right, so when we talk about evening, it's darkness beginning across the body, you see, because it's beginning. The evening isn't the night, you see, but the thing you notice about the evening, or about your eyes, all right, it doesn't just, you don't just blink and then it's dark. You close your eyes and it's a process. It's slow. It's many small muscular movements in your eyes that make your eyes close. It's not just instantly black. All right, it does seem like it's instantaneous, but your eyes slowly move. If you were to split it up millisecond by millisecond, you see, that's why darkness is beginning across the body of the sky. And just to prove that point, let's go to Shamwath, Exodus chapter 24 and verse 10, because when we talk about the body can be anything. All right. And this is Exodus 24 and 10. It says, and they saw the Most High of Yasha'Allah, and there was under his feet, as it were, a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were, the body of heaven in his clearness, you see. So a body can be applied to anything. You see the body of your phone, the body of a pencil, the essence. When you go into a body, is essentially get into what it's made of. You see, that's why when we go into this essence, the substance, you see, itself, the skies itself can be likened to a body. That's why I said the body of heaven and its clearness. You see, so now that we got that understanding, we'll go back to this word, and it says evening darkness, or it's like darkness beginning across the body of the sky. All right, so let's get some precepts. This is Shawapatyam, Judges chapter 19. We'll get verse 9, and it says, and when the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine and his servant, his father-in-law, the damsel's father, said unto him, behold, now the day draweth toward evening. I pray you tarry all night. Behold, the day groweth to an end. Lodge here, that thine heart may be merry, and tomorrow get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home. You see, so pretty much, as the day draws near, evening approaches. All right, so pretty much daylight had slipped away from them. So that means that evening, we know the time where it gets dark. That's the time that it was nearing up into. So he was telling us to stay there. But the point that I wanted to grab was, evening approaches. It's not just instant. Like when you close your eyes, it's not instant. It seems as if it's instant, but that's why it's called sunset. Which sunset also goes into Irab. So let's also get Luke chapter 24 and verse 29, and it says, but they constrained him, saying, abide with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. You see, so the day was far spent. All right, which meaning, the time is measured like when you count like hours, it's counted off of the sun. Because when the sun comes up, when they say, oh, it's high noon, that's the highest point where the sun is at its highest point. So the sky is divided into 12 parts. That's why you have 12 hours. So just like, when the sun goes across, it goes across a certain amount of time. That's why when you look at the sundials, they will measure time. And just to prove that, let's get Matthew chapter 27, verse 46. And it says, and about the ninth hour, Yahushua cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama Izabtanaya. That would be Izabtanaya right there, because it was a prophecy being fulfilled in Psalm the 22nd chapter. But it says, why hast thou forsaken me? You see, so about the ninth hour, you see, it's 12 hours of daylight, So each hour is a different part of the sky, and it's essentially what takes place when evening approaches. All right, that last, or one of the last hours, it'll start to get dark and the sun starts to set. All right, that's why, the daylight slips away, but pretty much the point that it gets dark across the sky. That's why it's called Irab, the evening. All right, so let's get, let's actually go to the word in the blue letter. This is the word Irab, and it says, click into this, it says, Arabia, so-called from aridity, which that goes into a place where it's like desert, like it's dry. It says sterility. All right, so it pretty much goes into over there in the area of the Arabian desert. Now I'm gonna go over to the right. Evening sunset, where darkness is going over the the evening sky, the body of the evening sky. And Arabia goes into darkness superior in the body at night. And what does this designate? All right, if we go over where it says Arabia, it'll say, and this is the word for raven, all right, dusky hue. If we go over to Arabia, this says Arabah, all right, but this is also denoting Salat. If I go over to the left, right here, Arabia, Irab, all right, that's referring to the area over there. It says, Arabians always used of nomadic tribes. Also, the name Arabia is used to designate the large peninsula, which is not used to designate the large peninsula, which geographers call by this name, but a tract of country of no very large extent to the east and south of Palestine, as far as the Red Sea. All right, which can be likened to this area right here. It has desert plain, steppe, desert, or it says sterile valley of Jordan and continuation to the Red Sea. It says arid, sterile region, a desert. It says in which are the Dead Sea, the Sea of the Desert, the brook Kidron, the stream of the desert. All right. It says which is that low region in which into the valley of Jordan runs into near Jericho. All right. In which I believe the forefathers of this was Joktan, and Joktan, he was a forefather of like South Arabia, the southern tribes. All right. Joktan, which it will be Yaktan, and it says of one of the descendants of Sham, a son of Ibar, to whom many of the tribes of southern Arabia refer their origin. In Arabian genealogies, he is also called Qahtan. All right, so going back, let's get Ishmael, because Ishmael is also a forefather, I believe, of North Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. But going into Ishmael, it says, this is Yashama Allah. It says whom God hears, and it says the son of Abraham by Hagar, his concubine, the ancestor of many Arabian tribes. It says Arabs descended from Ishmael, trading with Egypt, wandering as nomads from east of the Hebrews, and from Egypt as far as the Persian Gulf and Assyria. You see, so they was like merchants. You know, they travel on foot as well. You know, that's why when you go into this word, Arabia, it'll say things like, if I go to the left, it says to mix, to join together, because in those particular regions, they pretty much used to like be merchants or whatever, and they would the cultures over there were very diverse. That's why it says mix and join together, to mingle. So I go over to the left, and it was also dark. The first Arabians were dark. It says to pledge, to exchange, mortgage, to take pledge. You know, they was into like business and stuff like that. To grow dark, to mingle. People inhabiting the country east and south of Canaan, nomadic desert Bedouins. So it was in a desert, you know, and something about the desert, it gets super, super dark. Also, let me prove that point. As far as the merchants, this is Yeshaya, Isaiah chapter 13, which this goes into Babylon the Great, America. You see, but people come to America as a means to, you know, promote themselves in business, you see. And Arabians actually, you know, in the ancient world, they were like business. They were into